is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Thursday, April 8th, 7th, I don't know, one of those two. 8th. You better take that day off. Yeah. Switch to my cam. He's going to zoom in, He's going to make it blur, going to make it clear, going to zoom in, going to zoom in, going to zoom in. Zoom in. Get it right, that's still not right. It's perfect now, that's a little too far. Now a little close, get it right. There it goes, we got it, yeah. Camera hijinks on Take the Day Off. You know it's a big day. We got them. So good.
Big thanks to Tammy, our camera operator.
Tammy, coming in hot.
That's classic Tam.
Classic Tammy.
Dan, how are you?
I'm all right.
What did Tammy do this time?
Just the usual verbal abuse.
It's not something to joke about, Dan.
That isn't something to joke about. Tammy thinks otherwise, though.
Oh boy, she is giving me a glare.
Yeah, she is. She just flicked off the crowd. We probably need to fire Tammy. I think from a camera operator standpoint. Get me behind those cameras. I can do it. I've been asking for it for years. Let me see those peepers. I don't know.
What do you mean when you say that?
Let me see those peepers.
Right. How is that?
You get behind the camera and you find the peepers.
Like eyes?
Yeah. That's the key to the whole thing.
You want to do close-up on people's eyes?
You got to find the peepers. I don't know what else you want from me. Find the peepers. Jeepers creepers.
I'm with Rig on this one.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
What?
You're Annie for the next 9 days. They said it. Read a book.
Oh, I forgot. So Tam, her contract's pretty good.
Who is writing these contracts? Who is doing it?
Lord Dog.
By Thursday, we're always here, aren't we? We're always in this zone where nothing makes any sense. Lord Dog is writing contracts for us?
I do know who she's talking about.
Okay, good.
Our attorney, his name is Lord Dog. When we were looking for lawyers, imagine, guys, if you will, Googling lawyers in your area, trying to figure out who's the best one. I mean, they're all lawyers. And you find someone named Lord Dog.
Can't not be great, right?
He's not good, though.
Get out of town.
Contracts are rough.
From what I understand, if we fire her, she owns 30% of the business.
Yeah.
Man. I feel like there's got to be an escape clause.
She didn't even ask for that. He offered it.
Wow. Lord Dog gets
Lord Dog, he's silly.
Yeah, he's something.
Dan, today's draw a picture of a bird day.
Good gravy. Are we already that far into the, have we run out of actual day? Draw a picture of a bird day? How am I supposed to tell people to take a whole day off to draw a picture of a bird?
It's a big picture.
Is it going to be perfect? You have to learn how to draw, like professional bird drawing?
I don't know why you're being so mean about this.
It's just a weird day. That's all I'm saying.
You know Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie?
Yeah.
No, I don't know Jamie. We're not. No, I know Janie.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake. You know Janie, right?
I do know Janie.
So my wife made a lasagna for Janie. Janie, she's going to do stuff.
Yeah.
And I went to go drop it off at Janie's house. Knock, knock, knock. Janie's in the back. She has one of those Ring doorbells.
Yeah.
And she said, "Come on." So I came in. I was like, "I'll just leave it here. I'll put it in the freezer for you." And I saw in the fridge a picture. It looked like a child drew it. It was of a bird. And there was something off, though, about this bird.
What was off? Did it have the crazy eyes?
It had the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
And as I took a closer look...
You hate to see that.
As I took a closer look, the eyes, if you look close enough, spelled out. They were made up of little letters, those eyes. It said, "Dan knows about draw a picture of a bird day."
Really?
That's what the eyes were made out of, those letters, and they made eyeballs.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
Do you?
The eyes
I don't
made
know.
letters?
The eyes The dots?
Yeah.
If you take a magnifying glass, which I always keep with me, you know it. And if you look at it, it wasn't just a dot. Okay. It was tiny little letters that made a circle.
Man.
And those letters spelled out draw a picture.
And this is ridiculous, but luckily enough for you, I do know.
Great.
And it's none other than Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. You guys know she's one of the greatest rappers of all time. But what you don't know is her hit, Get Your Freak On, was originally Get Your Beak On. And
you want to try again? You want to go with it?
No, Get Your Beak On. And you were supposed to draw. It was all about drawing a bird, and it was all about the different beaks that these birds had. Get your beak on. Get your beak on. Turns out the studio wasn't thrilled with Get Your Beak On. It didn't really do anything. It wasn't fire for them as a track. Bird enthusiast Missy Misdemeanor Elliott was hell-bent even on Get Your Beak On. And she lost that battle in court. Don't ask. But they said, we'll establish National Draw a Bird Day in your honor. And so thanks, Missy. You did write Get Your Freak On, a much more salacious song, but that's what the studio wanted. And Get Your Beak On never saw the light of day, unfortunately. So, that's a National Draw a Bird Day.
I do hate to see that.
You do hate to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to you, Bran. Back to you, Bran.
Hey, everybody, it's Bran here.
Back to you, Bran.
Why is it not? There it is. Is it connecting? It's not connecting.
Our producer is clutch. I mean, I've got some lyrics I can just read if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Missy be putting it down. Gonna draw a crown. King Bird's in town. Get it right on down. Get your beak on. Get your beak on. Get your beak on. Oh, now it's in.
I don't know. Oh. Whenever it connects, it just says no more sound. It's a good song.
Yeah, Get Your Beak On is a good song. We heard it.
Guess we're rusty. It's been a few weeks. I don't know what. Draw a Picture of a Birthday actually started.
You know what would be great is if we actually knew what each other was going to say before we said it on this show.
Yeah. Hey, Draw a Picture of a Birthday started in England around the time of World War I.
What?
In 1943, 7-year-old Dory Cooper went to visit her uncle, who had been wounded, and she asked him, draw a picture. And the bird made her laugh, and she promised to hang it up at home. Every time Dory visited after that, all of the soldiers in the ward would hold a drawing contest to see who could draw the best bird picture. When Dory passed away, sometime later, she was buried, and all the pictures of the birds that she had inspired in the hospital ward were brought to her. The soldiers, the nurses, the doctors at the hospital chose to honor Dory by continuing this tradition every year on her birthday of April 8th. Today is that day, and today we celebrate doing small things that make a big impact, such as drawing a picture of a bird.
I like it. That's a better name. Do a small thing that makes a big impact day. Small things, big impact day. National Draw a Bird Day.
Well, I like this name because it really encompasses the day.
It does have the story in there.
Seems like a small day. This is not going to matter, but it does. It does. So you might be asking, how do I take this day off? Well, draw a picture of a bird and give it to somebody who needs a smile.
Yeah.
That's it.
Get your beak on.
Get your beak on, and then listen to Get Your Freak On, and think about what could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe have and give some clarity to the questions that we still have. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about this. What is something small that someone did for you that had a big impact? We're going to talk about that here on Take the Day Off after this here break. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
What a break. What a time to be alive.
It was good. That man, that was a tough Q&A.
It was a tough Q&A. They grilled us.
They asked hard questions.
There was a lot of politics in there. Yeah. We're not here to talk about the border right now. I don't know stop it.
You don't have to leave.
Yeah, you can though.
They sat down.
Something small that someone did for you that had a big impact, Brand.
Well, you know what? I'll do that. I'll say this, and I don't know if this is necessarily small, but being hired to be a teacher, even though I had no business being.
Yeah, that's big.
It's big, but it was just, it was it changed everything in my life. And I wouldn't it was a part-time job. I teach a couple kids a couple of things, turned into something more. I met my buddy Dan, and now we've gone on to what I can only describe as take over the world.
That's right. I had a massive car accident when I was in high school, before my senior year of high school in August.
Doubt it.
Broke my femur. I was in the hospital for over a week. On my birthday, was in the hospital. It was a mess. Basketball career done. Very down on myself, down on my luck. And my
real McNasty situation.
My basketball coach. The difference is I had a school basketball coach. Yours, you didn't, because you didn't play in school. Unnecessarily mean day is coming up around the corner, I think. My basketball coach came in to see me, and this is true. This sounds like it's out of a movie, but it's 100% true. And I don't know if you've ever heard this or not. He brought a whistle, and he set the whistle down on the table next to the hospital bed. And he said, look, this is the opportunity that you've needed to get into coaching. And I had just turned 17, because you really were made to coach and to communicate and to invest and do these things. And I kept that. I still have the whistle, still have it. And I coached basketball for 15 years after that. And it was some of the most rewarding experiences of my life. True story. A story too good for Draw a Bird Day. I can tell you that right now.
But don't refs use whistles?
But
did he want you to make a? Did he
coaches use whistles?
I think he wanted to be a ref.
He didn't.
You misunderstood.
You think I missed?
Well, I talked to him about it. He's like, Dan's going to tell this story.
I would be a good ref.
You'd be a great ref.
I would be a good ref.
Give me your best offensive foul.
Going that way. You made it weird. You cannot bite your lower lip and do the going that way. No, you can't do it. My favorite is the blocking call, because some of them do the little extra hip. They're like,
hey! Uh-oh.
Same situation.
Oh, God. Man, is our new set ready yet?
It couldn't be any sooner, I can tell you that.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back.
We've already taken the break, Brand. Are you kidding me right now? We're 4 days in. I know it's 5 a.m., but get it together, man.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Good gracious. Tiffany says, bringing a simple meal after having babies, I cherished any time someone helped me feed the rest of my family. It's a great answer.
I cherished any time somebody brought me something from a restaurant after having a baby.
Yeah, because
I don't want your casseroles. I don't want your casseroles.
Food, and when somebody would bring me Moe's or like
it was
something,
awesome.
It was great.
Like, just order me a pizza.
Yeah, like,
yeah. I don't want your mom's famous casserole.
Our boys home, the teachers at the school where I worked did a gift card shower for us, and instead at not my request, but they were like, hey, do you have a registry, or do you want, we could do a gift card shower? And I was like, yeah, let's do that. And we got all these great gift cards, and it was anything from Amazon to restaurants, and we could use them to eat.
And you bought that new big TV.
I did not, but that sounds like something I would have done.
The boys are going to watch what they're going to want to watch. So
yeah.
I definitely would have done that.
DK says, when I was in college, I was obsessed with working and finishing school early so I could start my career. I actively resisted dating because I didn't want anything distracting me from my goals. In my last year of college, I got a call from an employer with an opportunity that had the potential to be my big career break, but it would mean that I would have to back out of going to a concert with a guy I had just met, a guy who is totally worth breaking my self-imposed I don't have time to date rule. When I called to cancel our plans, he said he understood and enthusiastically cheered me on as I pursued the work opportunity. Those simple words, I understand, go do it, had a profound impact on me. Concert guy made me realize that there would be other guys who would not resent me for my ambition. Without concert guy, I would not have been able to open myself up to giving other guys a chance. The next guy I met right before I graduated turned out to be the one. He didn't mind dating for 7 years while I worked nonstop and traveled the world to get my career off the ground before we got married. I've always wanted to thank concert guy. Maybe he's a double-decker and listening in right now. Concert guy, from the bottom of DK's heart, thank you so very much. Great story, DK. I love it.
All right, it's Time for a quick break. We'll be right back here.
Nope. Already done it.
Christina says she would say it's nothing, but my friend's mother gave me more gifts than I will ever be able to repay. I grew up incredibly poor, and so vacations and indulgences were not an option. She took me on multiple trips and gave me experiences that I would never have access to otherwise. I hope to pay it forward when I have children of my own. So good. Thank you for that story.
So many touching stories on here. Whitney says, when I shared that my mom was diagnosed with cancer on the Facebook group, the Double Decker Facebook group, so many of you and you guys took the time to respond with the most thoughtful comments, which meant the world to me. It felt amazing that people I've never met in person cared so much. Truly the best and greatest community on the internet. That is very kind of you, Whitney, to say. We really appreciate it.
Jocelyn says, my friend spent 15 minutes teaching me how to crochet. Now I crochet gifts and items to donate.
The gift that keeps on giving.
It
right
really
there.
is.
Man,
I'd like to crochet.
I think what we're saying is, guys, take your time, do something nice that may seem trivial for someone else. Don't draw a bird. Think about things you could do nice today and
you
do
don't
it.
know what a picture of a bird can do, Dan.
I know it won't do as much as something that actually is nice. So don't do that. Unless you're an artist, then draw a bird. If not, find another way to make somebody's day. It's the least you can do. Except
joke's on you, Dan. I drew
coffee.
a picture of a bird and I put inside the picture of the bird a gift card for $1 million. And now I'm not going to give it to you.
You gave me a gift card for $1 million?
Yes.
It's bold. It's a bold
Well,
move.
I'm not giving it to you anymore.
No, clearly.
You don't want my picture.
Yeah. I do want the gift card.
Well, too bad. It's a package deal.
Okay. That's not what this day is about. We don't have time for this. I'm sorry.
Trout bird. We're gonna take the day off, everybody. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I'm very excited for this day tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about this. Who is someone you were shocked to find out isn't actually American?
Ooh, Jack Turner.
Jack Turner.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We'll be back then. Until then, take the day off.
Take the day off. Brian Harold says, first I brush my teeth, then stare at my phone for hours, then I go to sleep. Boy, that sounds miserable, Brian. Absolutely miserable.
Draw a bird.